I came here as part of a 3-year project working with Parker FiberNet, who you're going to hear from in a few minutes. And one of the first things I did was I set up a makerspace here in town. And I'm going to admit something to you. I did that out of some selfish motives. Makerspaces had sort of turned into a way to get a lot of smart, passionate, creative people to come together in one place. And so it turned out that worked. Just recently, and the reason for this event today, everything sort of culminated in the launch of a new company and a new product called CrowdFiber. So what is CrowdFiber? CrowdFiber is basically a website, a web application, and what it does is it allows community organizations and service providers to cooperate on advancing broadband infrastructure. A little bit of background on this market. Broadband in the U.S., depending on who you ask, is in various states. We're not as competitive as we used to be in other parts of the world. Service providers have a tough time making investments that give them the returns they want. Communities have a tough time if they're unhappy with the investments being made. They have a tough time organizing and doing anything about it. So after 10 years working on those kinds of projects, we want to take a fresh approach, and crowdfunding was an opportunity to do that. We launched today with 5 campaigns: Lawrence, Kansas, Baldwin City, Kansas, Baltimore, Maryland, Rome, Georgia, and Clarksville, Georgia, in the Habersham County area. From that standpoint, if you're not in an active area and you're involved in this area, you have the ability to start your own campaign. So you can make a request on the site to start a new campaign, draw your neighborhood boundaries, set up what your goals are for the campaign, and then move forward that way. When you set up a campaign, you define your zones, which would be the geography. The next thing you do is you define your pledge levels, and pledge levels can be anything you want them to be. But a pledge level might be, if you give us $5 for this campaign and showing your support, we'll send you a t-shirt or something. I probably have that off. I don't know if you can do a t-shirt for $5, but so you define these various pledge levels that may motivate people to support the project in exchange for some benefit. If you scale up from there, and this is the way Parker FiberNet has done it, pretty much the way Habersham EMC is using it, when you scale up from there, you can actually offer the product that would be offered if the campaign was successful as one of the pledges. So you might say, Habersham EMC is a good example. They have a $50 a month, 50 megabit per second internet service. That's actually a pledge level. So when you pledge to the project, you would say, this is the product I'm interested in. And that's really, one of the things we're excited about is how creative the campaign owners will get in terms of defining those levels. And we think there'll probably be all kinds of crazy ideas tried, and some of those will end up being breakthroughs that people are able to use.